that goes, "Oh Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao." You know the song? Bella Ciao, 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 Namatia. Ciao, ciao, ciao. No,
jokes. No, I have no idea what that song is, but
it's like an old song, but they made it to like a modern song.
I think I've always heard like Brazilians say like "Ciao Bella" or
it's Italian.
Oh shit! Never mind. Ciao is
ciao is like bye, right? But for Italian, it's like ciao, hello, hey Belle, hey beautiful.
Oh, that is so confusing.
I know.
Hey, Outcast fans!
We are your Outcast hosts,
Taji
and Iasmin. So today we have a special guest with us. Exciting! It has been a while. It's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna be commentating, I think. Not really, kind of
learning. You know, especially us, like adult life. You know, we cook a lot now to catch up as well because she is from Macau.
She is from Macau.
No, Filipina.
Let us welcome our dear friend from Macau,
Bel
Faustino.
Yes, this is
very
where it all happens.
Nice.
So cool.
So nice to see you guys again. So crazy.
I know, it's been so long.
I know. When was the last time I saw you?
In Macau.
Somewhere in Macau for
3
sure.
years ago. Hi everyone. So we have Belle here with us. Belle, we've known each other. I don't know. I guess we kind of all met each other in a different time in Macau, and we're all, out of Macau now. We're in the U.S. and she'll tell us about it later. But yeah, so today's gonna be a bit different. She's gonna be cooking for us as well.
Hey guys, my name's Belle. I was born and raised in Macau. I'm Filipina. I'm pure.
Yeah.
Full Filipina.
The pure blood.
Yes, kabayan. Currently now I'm in London. I was also from Mexico. And now I'm focusing more on vegan baking. So I'm here to expand my experience in vegan baking. And today I'm going to make chocolate cake for you guys. Veganized.
Chocolate
veganized.
Veganized.
Keyword vegan.
Yeah.
Delicious.
I actually want to show you guys.
Show us.
How you can substitute eggs. So here we have flax seeds. I don't know if you guys used it before.
I've heard of it. It's like kind of slimy, right? When you add water, a little bit slimy.
Yes, but this one is chia seeds with flax seeds.
Oh, mix.
And they're grounded together. So you have to have them grounded and then add water. And then it will become like a tapioca kind of like egg texture. So that helps bind the cake.
Good. So the more
I was gonna ask, like, what did they do wrong? Why do they have to be grounded?
Go.
Yeah. Good one.
Okay. I was holding on to that so long.
Yeah. That took a while. Like, wait, what did she mean? So I'm gonna add water. So here we use tap water, which is like one of the culture shocks for me here.
Oh yeah,
like you can drink tap water. I think it's same in US, right?
Yeah. I was so excited to try it. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, here actually it depends on where you're at. Like I know, like where I live, it's fine. But if I'm in the city, they always recommend not to. So it depends, like the location. But yeah, because Macau is in the city, we don't ever drink tap water, right?
A lot of people here also is bougie. They're like, the tap water is like not good for your health. You should get the bottled water, blah, blah, blah. But it's actually
mineralized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and here it's like they call it hard water. Is it same there?
Oh,
have you heard of that?
Is it because of like the stuff that's in there?
There's like minerals and like
yeah.
Okay, there's hard water and then there's soft water.
Okay,
I'm gonna touch the water.
Softer water.
It's so hard.
Do they mean ice by hard water?
No, I think it's like with the calcium and minerals in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys. Now it's like super.
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh,
it looks
it's
weird
like-
now.
It's like thicky,
yeah.
sticky.
Like a
Yeah.
black egg.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that.
Beautiful.
So what I'm doing, I'm just using one bowl because it saves just washing. I'm lazy like
Of course.
That's
and
true.
I'm gonna add. I always want to separate wet ingredients and dry ingredients.
Oh,
So I always
that is
do
the
the
trick,
wet
right?
ingredients first. Yeah. And then you use any neutral oil. So I'm using rapeseed oil. Have you guys heard
Whoa,
of it?
fancy. Aren't those expensive?
Fancy.
All them
Oh, it's
seeds.
not bad. I know it's all the seeds. But funny thing, because now I'm posting like in social media. So I'm doing YouTube,
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, you're very
all
active
that.
on there.
It takes your life.
Oh, trust us, we get it.
Oh my
We get it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hustle.
And to understand the freaking algorithm too, like
Yep. Tell me about it.
Sometimes you
Everyone's
put so much
is
work on
different.
one and then you're like, oh, it doesn't even do as well as the one that I didn't do. Like I didn't get too much work in. Oh my God. No, yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm. And the funny thing in YouTube, I feel like YouTube is more intense. I don't know, like more aggressive with people. I don't know.
Yes.
Do you find that too? Like people commenting? It's like, okay, just chill out.
Dude, remember our Filipino episode? Like
Yeah.
this one
yeah,
person
yeah.
was just debating, was saying Filipino wasn't a race. And it's like, what is going
I think
on?
I've heard of that. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
What do people
It was like
do?
200
Like,
comments. And it's like,
yeah, so I was using rapeseed oil and it was one of the ingredients. And then there's this one guy who says like, excuse me, rape? Rape. I'm going to report this.
What?
I was like, wait,
What?
Yeah, and then I was like so confused. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna look what I done wrong.
Yeah.
So I checked. I'm like, wait, I used rapeseed oil.
Yeah.
And then luckily someone commented after that. And then she was saying like rapeseed oil, and then she was talking about like the health benefits and everything. And she was like, educate yourself, please.
Yes, we love supporters like that.
It was just so I just left it. I was like, okay,
I
whatever.
get
I'm just
you.
gonna do my recipes.
That's true. Yeah. Like completely block them out.
If people don't like the content, they can just like go on with their day, just whatever, just move on.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
So now you mixed it together.
Yes. So I just added brown raw cane sugar.
Mhm.
So did you know that
Tell
white
us.
sugar is not vegan?
Ooh, interesting. What animal did they use?
Now I'm like thinking, oh, is there milk and sugar because it's white?
That's why it's
No,
white.
so they use the animal bones to like char it.
Whoa.
So there's like that's why it becomes like white coloring. So it helps with the coloring, and it's cheaper ingredient as well. That's why a lot of
Wait, they
guess
use the
what?
animal what?
bones. So they char the animal bones. Yeah.
Didn't know
Oh.
that. Something so
Disturbing.
sweet is like having something so savory involved.
They have like artificial sweeteners as well, so that's why it's like just cheaper to use, and I guess it's
Dude.
good for factories as well.
But all the vegan friends that I know, or vegan like people that I know, they use sugar all the time, white sugar all the time. I guess they didn't
White
know
sugar.
that.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
don't.
Wow.
Yeah. So we use like as long as you see the label, it's raw and unrefined, then that's fine. Organic is fine.
Okay.
So like coconut sugar, raw cane sugar, it's fine. But if
Yeah.
it's white sugar, I would avoid it.
That's why.
Yeah,
I
it
was
sounds
like,
sketchy.
yeah.
It is sketchy.
It's like
Very sketchy. Just added vanilla and
we love some vanilla. In
Oh my
there.
God,
Yes.
stop. Why? Because we have white men.
I didn't even say that.
She was like, we all like vanilla, like, because we're all with white men.
okay. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
I'm a cookie and cream girl.
Anyways.
Anyways, I'm adding plant-based milk. So there's a variety of vegan milk, like
Right.
cashew, coconut, There's a lot. There's a lot. So everyone can choose. If you want like a thicker base, you can use like coconut cream, coconut milk, cashews as well. It's better. But I'm just using rice.
About that.
You're using rice milk?
Rice milk.
Whoa,
have you tried?
I have actually never tried it.
Really good. Yeah, just make sure you mix it, combine it well, and then you wanna
every time I bake it's like a mess.
Your dry ingredients. Always shift them.
Okay. Oh, you see, these are the things I'm like, I'm like, whatever, I don't have time for this, and I don't think about how important it is. So
yeah.
I know why.
Pajala, do you bake? Or have you baked?
I have, because Tyler is like allergic to gluten, and he does like pastries or pancakes like that, and so I would make like for him and for me, honestly, because home baked stuff is so delicious, right?
Yeah.
In just general. But yeah, this is good advice.
Do you use sesame gum, Pajala?
What?
What's that?
Sesame gum for gluten free.
Oh yeah. But I actually just get like the already pre-mixed ones, because I'm that lazy.
Mm-hmm. Why do we sift them? Is because sometimes how like flour gets like clumpy. Clumpy. So you want to like just avoid that when you mix it too. And how I do it is I do it batch by batch, so you don't want to like get a clumpy
shrouded in there.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. Some people do it like 3 times, 4 times. If you want to do it, have a fluffier texture. So if you do it with like angel cake, sponge cakes, like people, do 4 times, 3 times.
Because that little detail makes the biggest difference, right?
Yes, correct.
Not really. I just make this Brazilian cheese bread. It's called pão de queijo.
Basically, that literally means bread with cheese.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like when you say it in the language, it feels a lot more,
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, they use like this special flour. I think it's called tapioca flour, where it makes it's like the bread kind of feels a little bit like sticky and stretchy. But that's what I make. I don't really bake like dessert. Then like my husband used to bake desserts a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what happened? Like after we got married, you stopped baking. Sweets in my stomach.
True.
No, yeah. So I don't really bake. So I cook more than I bake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your specialty? What is the Iasmin specialty?
Oof. To be honest, I do so many. Like I'm like, it's like a mix of Brazilian, Filipino cuisine, and Chinese cuisine, and Thai, because I love Thai.
Oh, so good. So good. I always make that crock pow with egg on top.
Nice.
Yum.
Yeah. It's a mix of all of it, actually.
I get what you mean. It's like when someone asks me, like, what do your mom cook at home? And it's a mix, really. Like sometimes not just Filipino, sometimes you would be like Chinese, like broccoli, those vegetables, with garlic.
Ooh, what is specialty in Sri Lankan? I haven't tried Sri Lankan food. I want to try.
It's curry, basically.
Love food.
Curry. My dad eats curry every day of his life, like every single day. Like, even when we went to Philippines, like visiting my family, like my mom would have to make curry on the side.
That's his lifeline support.
No, for real. And then for breakfast, it's like bread dip in curry. So, but so delicious. Like the spices and the curry that he buys, like it's from like the local ones. It's not the ones in the supermarket too. So it does taste amazing. When my mom makes the curry, it's so good. It's super spicy, but so good.
Have you guys found like good Asian like food there, like authentic, like in Chinatown?
I think Iasmin maybe.
Yeah, maybe more so me. I do live in New York.
That's why. Me in Florida. Didn't you go to Florida?
Yes, I've been.
Oh, tell us about that. Yeah.
So I did an internship in Florida. Just very fortunate with the university because they have like very close connections. And so it's half a year, right? So it's 3 months placement. So the first 3 months I was working with Animal Kingdom Lodge. So I got to see like the savannas and all the
Holy
animals.
crap.
Yeah, so 3 months in Animal Kingdom launched, and then the next 3 months I was in the Polynesian. I was working like the Hawaiian theme resort.
So
And
cool.
every time, because I was doing hostess, and every time like I escort the guests, they would always ask where I'm from, because you would have your batch, right?
Yeah.
Name and the place that you're from. So what they put there is Macau, Macau. I guess people didn't really know where Macau is, but it's just Macau, Macau. So you're like, where is Macau? Is it from Hawaii? Like, no, I'm not from Hawaii, but I can be if you want.
Right?
Dude, I've heard Hawaii, I've heard Brazil, I've heard Russian, like I've heard all of it. Like Moscow.
Yeah, and if you say it's next to Hong Kong, everybody knows.
That's
Of course. You have to. That's how we introduce ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Macau? Oh, it's like right next to Hong Kong. Oh, Hong Kong. I know Hong Kong.
Yeah. Have you guys been to Disney World in Florida?
I have.
Yeah.
I went with Tyler and his family and his niece and nephew, so it's just like chaotic, but yeah, it was fun. There's a lot of walking. It's huge, and Tyler's niece and nephew had the trolley, so I was like, damn, I want to be on a trolley.
But people, like parents, can be aggressive too for their children, because I think that time Frozen it was like a big craze, right?
Yeah.
So the parents wanted to get like costumes for their kids. So if they couldn't get it, they'll get like super aggressive with you.
Oh God. I don't want those, like kind of like the Karen of the parents.
Oh yeah.
For real. They're all there. All the Karens are there.
It can get scary. It can't, because Disney's supposed to be a magical place, right?
Yeah.
But it's not.
You see angry parents like,
hey, in a magical place, they're still villains. Oh my God.
Hey, you're right.
Dude, Pocahontas went up to me and was like, because like Tyler's niece wanted to take a picture because they have this they have an autograph book, you can like autograph. So cute. But anyways, Pocahontas went up to me and was like, oh, you look like you're from my tribe. I'm like, wrong Indian, but K.
Okay, sure, why not? I'm just transferring now.
Okay. Chocolate. You mix all the wet and the dry ingredients.
Dry, yeah. So in the dry ingredients, there's flour, there's baking powder, and there is salt. Just a pinch of salt, just to bring out the
cocoa powder.
Yeah, and cocoa powder. That's it.
Cocoa powder.
So we just added on the tin, and I'm just gonna bake it for how many minutes? 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just quickly pop it in.
Is that looks like a cake, baking cake thing? Because it looks like a rice cooker thing.
Yeah, it is. It's where the bottom comes out.
Yeah, those ones.
But you want to be careful because you know how it can spill at the side. So you want to put a baking paper first.
To seal it up.
Yeah, to seal it. Yeah, exactly.
Remember that, guys. Okay.
Remember that
first.
Did you have any like culture shock, I guess, when you were there?
In US?
Yeah.
I think I was there for half the year. So because in the grace period we were traveling like to New York as well. So New York, so we took the subway, and then people can just randomly talk to you very openly about their life.
Yeah.
So one time there was a random guy, he was telling us, I was with my friends, and he was like opening up like his heart and his story about how he got cheated on his wife with his best friend.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, straight to the point. And then he had to leave to the next stop. And then he was like, oh, have a good day. I'm like, okay, I'll have a good one. So it's just like very like I think that is one of the culture shocks.
Yes, it's so true.
It's true. They are very, I guess, how do you call those small talks? They're very good at it. but also just easy to talk to anybody. That's how my father-in-law is as well. Like we go to a supermarket, you always be like, oh, where is he? Oh, talking to someone. Of course he's talking to someone.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but in Asia, if you do that, it's like,
Yeah,
it's like creepy.
It's skeptical. Like,
yeah.
Here, if you don't reply here, they will think you're a weirdo. You know, like imagine if you're just a little bit more introvert. Like I feel like I am kind of like, I always try to avoid speaking, and then but Uber drivers, oh my god, like talk. It's like you have to answer or not. You know, where are they going to drive you? You'll know their whole life story now.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, right? You know, like if you order Uber, you should be able to choose like talking or no talking.
But they don't care.
Oh my
god.
Well, so cold water, like you have everything with ice.
Ice water. Yeah, we talked about that too. Yeah. Like how we're served hot water in Macau in restaurants. But they serve ice water here.
Yeah. Always ice.
Always.
And when I don't want cold water, when I like just ask for water, I have to make sure I say no ice, please.
Temperature.
And also the sizes. Everything is extremely large.
And I forget that. Like, and my eyes is always bigger than my stomach. Like ever. But like here is even worse because I'm like, I want this, I want that one, and it's like comes in. I'm like, oh my god, this is huge.
The bottles are like even bigger than your head.
Yes. Yeah, I remember going to cinema, and then we have soft drinks, and this is like small, right? And it's refillable as well. So it's like you can just share it with your friend.
Yeah. So I guess I wanted to ask. So you're also away from home, right? And how do you, I guess, cope? Because we cope by talking about our problems and rant about the differences in Macau and America. But how do you find yourself coping with it, or like?
I just cry in the corner every night.
That's the way to go, guys.
High five.
No, it can get like, it's exciting, right? Like you're out of Macau and you're like exploring new things, but then yes, you get like homesick. How do I cope? I think just like whenever I miss, I guess, food. That's why I got into like this cooking. I actually never got really into cooking because back home it was always my mom.
Yeah.
And it's like so intimidating to like cook in your mom's kitchen. Well, I don't know if it's the same with you guys because they don't allow you to be in the kitchens. Like, really? Don't touch this. Well, for me, I don't know if it's the same with you guys.
My dad was a little bit like that. Like I was interested in cooking from a very young age, but my dad was like, get up. Let us cook.
Yeah.
I would cook something and my mom would never want to try it. She would just like look at it like,
yes.
Same.
Yeah. And she wouldn't let me. And whenever I make something, she's like, what is that? What experiment is that? And I'm experimenting. And if she's quiet, it means it's good.
Yeah. They never compliment. They'll just be quiet, like like a subtle approval.
Yeah, it's like, it's edible.
It's okay. Yeah, that's how I am with my mom. So, but I'm always have been very stubborn. And so I would just, even though she scolds me, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. So I keep going from that. Yeah. And then till now, that's how I cope. Like if I miss like some cooking from my mom, like I'll try to replicate it. But even though it's not as good, then I would go to Chinatown.
Oh, you have Chinatown? You're in London.
We do. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very authentic. And people there, it's like you feel like you're in Hong Kong.
That's so cool.
We love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Diving into a little bit of your cooking, you started cooking in Macau though, right? Like you started several kind of initiatives.
The cake, the dream
cake. Like dream cake.
Yes.
Even before that, you started with something else, right? Like tell us about that.
So before Macau Dream Cake, actually I was running one business with my mom. So it's from my mom's side, actually, from their family. So this is like 3 generations passed down. So I'm the 4th generation.
Whoa.
And so the thing is with Filipino pastry, because we're focusing more on traditional sweets. You know, like how Filipino, it's like super it's so sweet. It's too much sugar in it, condensed milk. We love our sweets, right? And then during that time, this was 2017. Yeah, before that, I was very health conscious. Like I would want to know like what's in it, and then because it was from the Philippines, like the family tradition sweets. And I was doing management major, well, tourism management, but during that time in uni, I wanted to do something more than just tourism, because in Macau it's just like hotels and casinos, right?
So tourism majors is like the way to go in Macau.
It's like automatic, right?
For real.
So I wanted to do more than that. So I wanted to bring the concept to Macau. So I tried doing that, and then I don't know, like I wanted more than just traditional sweets. So I just mesh like both like healthy eating and sweets, because I love sweets.
Obviously.
Don't get me wrong, like I love dessert. So I wanted to mesh together like how can you enjoy sweets but in a more healthier and guilt-free way. So veganizing seems the way to do it. So during that time, my cousin approached me, and then we were just talking about like business and like, oh, why not just do like all vegan desserts in Macau? And then we had a couple of friends like encouraging like to bring the trend in the Philippines. I don't know if you guys know it, the tin cakes.
Oh no, we saw that. It's a trend in the Philippines.
It's like a very big trend, but no one has done like vegan.
Yeah.
So and you don't see that in Macau as well. So the concept was quite unique in Macau. So we brought it in Macau, but we veganized it. So the concept was more like reuse the tins as well, because it's food graded and
it's environmental.
Recycle. So you want to promote that.
All pros.
So we brought that, and then what we realized is that in Macau, I guess Macau is always how do you say it nicely? It's always behind. Like with recycling, especially. Veganism was still growing in Macau. But with recycling, like we would always encourage them to bring back the tins, because we would like refund and they can still enjoy the cakes in a cheaper price, right?
True.
But then what we found out is that they throw away the tins.
Oh my god!
Oh, come on! That's the whole point of getting a tin. Like, is it not like clicking in your...
Slowly, we kind of stopped using the tins then. And then we just changed to like biodegradable packaging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's more safe for the environment, because I think
true.
So that's how we started expanding to more desserts, because we were just sticking to cakes. Because under desserts you have like cinnamon rolls, you have donuts, you have just a lot. So I was just like, there's so much you can learn and like do. So that's how we like just focused entirely on vegan desserts. So so from Macau and then to Mexico, like what I'm doing now is like I'm trying to veganize everywhere I go, and like to prove that vegan baking is quite easy and it doesn't have to be intimidating, and that you can enjoy it, like it just tastes like normal. And then we try to like test it in the market too. Because local taste, like Chinese taste, is different from like foreigners, because
they don't like that sweet.
More. So like
sweet stuff.
It's so interesting to see, like it's different market, even though you're like just in Macau, but it's like people have different preferences.
That's true.
So we do a lot of adjusting, and then what we found out is that a lot of people, especially like moms with children with allergies, like people they have gluten, dairy. It's like we never really knew that. So it's like actually there's a market for it. So it's just good to learn along the way.
That's good. So
Mm-hmm.
cool. I heard that you were gonna make a book.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm writing a book now.
Dude, I'm so excited.
That's so pro.
Like always always growing up, like the phrase, yeah, I'm writing a book or someone's writing a book. It just sounds so intimidating, like so up there, like, oh, you know.
I'm an author.
Yeah, I am an author. I wrote a few books. Oh God, that's crazy.
So this is just to share like my experience in baking, because I've never thought of getting into baking, because from like what we talked about, like always being intimidated in the kitchen, mom, but just pushing your way and being curious. So it's not only for vegans or vegetarians, it's for anyone who's like a rebel in the kitchen, I guess. Yes. like for those who are curious in baking. And because every time I think of baking, it's like so many ingredients, the measurements, and
you have to follow the instructions.
Yes, precisely. But then what I realized is like you just have to follow a base, and then in that base recipe you can do so much. Like you just add it, and it's like it's so easy actually. So like I wanted to share that, and also I wanted to share like my travels too. So cool. I'm doing like a 50 recipe book. So nice. I'm featuring 5 places. So it's Macau, Philippines, US, Mexico, and UK. Nice. That's so cool. So it's like there's gonna be 10 each recipe, but I'm gonna add a bonus recipe in each place too, because it's so hard to change like a recipe.
That sounds so cool though. I had a like a mental image of you like in a superhero like outfit, and it's just like with a gun, like beaming stuff,
veganized. Kind of like a cupid, but for food.
Yeah, like veganize. Oh, I love it.
So true. Yeah, every time I like try a dessert, I'm like, how can you veganize this? And it's just like you just exchange like specific ingredients, and then you find out it's like, oh, so easy to do. So I wanna share that.
Keep doing it, girl. Keep grinding.
Thank you. You guys do. It's just so exciting. Like, just do what you have.
Representing Macau. Okay.
It's our goal. Maybe like one of our goals is to be like, for people who come from Macau, they don't have to be like, oh yeah, we're next to Hong Kong. We're from Macau.
Right.
Macau.
True.
I still can't with the auto captions. Like whenever we say Macau, it's like my cow.
My cow, yeah.
It's not yours, it's my cow.
Because like we do, because like for our reels, we do like auto caption, because like for the subtitles. I mean, And so when we say Macau, it's always my cow, and it doesn't register as Macau. Thank you, Bel, for like updating us with your life and what you're doing and your cooking journey. I think that's pretty amazing. Like just the fact that you're, just the global citizen, like it's in my head, like Bel, global citizen recipe.
I don't read books, but I will read yours.
I'm talking about, look at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so awesome. And we're gonna put the cake up somewhere.
Like that, like after.
Thank you for having me. And it's so nice to hear from you guys too.
Yes. Thank you.
Any shout out, like your handle?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Totally forgot. Tell us about your Instagram handles and your YouTube channel. I'll add it. Yeah.
Sure. You guys can find me at Instagram. It's my personal one, but I also put my shorts there. It's Bel Faustino. And should I spell it out?
No. We'll link it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. and TikTok, YouTube, it's Mindful Vegan Recipes.
Mindful Vegan Recipes. Go check it out, guys.
Mindful, guys. Awesome.
Cool. Yay! Thanks for listening, guys.